information Victor, time 1547 Zulu weather. Wind 250 at 10, gust 25, visibility 13 miles, sky clear, temperature 21, dew point 08, altimeter 2950, visual approach, runway 15 in use. VFR arrivals to Addison, contact regional approach on 124.25. For IFR clearance or VFR flight following, contact ground control on 121.6. IFR, prop departures advised tower, you are IFR. Notice to airman, obstruction, crane, 5,423 feet south, approach end, runway 33, 195 feet, AGL. Advise on initial contact, you have Victor.
Alright, Victor, so now what we're going to do is we're going to check our DG against our compass.
Addison Tower information, Victor, time.
What is the wind?
The wind is today is 250 at 10, gusting to 25.
Okay.
Alright, now temperature
Okay, who was that again?
29.50. Check.
213 Hotel Papa, we're down
Okay,
uniform at jet.
so now we check that, make sure it's within 75 feet of our field elevation.
November 213
The
Hotel
field
Papa,
elevation
Addison
here
ground
is
report
what?
holding short, taxiway Alpha.
675, 650?
Yep, 644. Okay, so
644.
So it's within 75 feet of our field elevation, so we're good, okay? Next thing we're gonna do is check the attitude indicator, make sure the flag is pulled and it looks erect, and change the air. All right, next we're gonna check the airspeed, make sure the airspeed's at 0.
Airspeed is 0.
Okay, then we're gonna check the turn coordinator, make sure the ball is somewhat centered and that the flag that's over here is pulled. Check the DJ against the compass and the VSI, make sure it's sitting around 0. If it's not sitting around 0 and it's sitting at something else, that is your new 0 point, okay? Doesn't mean it's broken, just means it's this new 0 point, all right? Check and make sure we have fuel quantity gauges, make sure everything looks okay. Getting a little bit of a charge, it seems, out of this, but that's probably because it was low on the battery and we started up. Oil pressure and temp are coming up, which is good. That's what we want to check. So now, I got weather. Weather was on 133.4 here at Addison, okay? It's an ATIS, all right? And it gives a little code, which is Victor, all right? And those brakes are sliding. Yep, it's okay. So, ground is going to be 121.6 and tower is 126.00, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to call up ground.
Not my problem.
We're going to tell them who we are, where we are, and what we want to do, okay? Now, do you want to handle it or you want me to do it?
Oh, I've done it before. I can give you an example of what I'd say. I'd say Addison ground, Skyhawk 184 Alpha Foxtrot at American Flyers North, ready to taxi with information, Victor.
Right. Then he's going to probably tell you either taxi to 15 via Alpha or he's going to tell you to hold short of Alpha on Tango.
Okay.
And this is Tango, right here, this where the center stripe is.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Addison ground, Skyhawk 184 Alpha Foxtrot at American Flyers North, ready to taxi with information, Victor.
November 184 Alpha Foxtrot, Addison ground report holding short, taxiway Alpha.
We will hold short Alpha, November 184 Alpha Foxtrot.
Alright, so now we let off the brakes, add a little bit of power, and start our maneuvering. Remember, drive with your feet, not with your hands.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, I'm going to kind of ride the brakes a little bit. Now, it doesn't mean because it's windy today, we're going to have to give a little bit, but it's coming straight at us, luckily, so we don't have to worry too much with the foot there. Ride those brakes a little, get them hot and get broken. Now, how fast do you want to taxi?
No faster than a brisk walk, I believe, or
Right.
a light jog.
Exactly, it's no faster than a brisk walk, okay? So, if there was someone outside of you, they should be able to walk right next to you with no problem.
November 3 Hotel Papa, taxi south on Alpha to the south run up.
Taxiing to the south run up, 213 Hotel Papa.
So they want us to hold short of Alpha.
Well, when you get, when you get to get up here to the hold short line, he wants you to report that you're holding short. Let him know, hey, I'm here holding short Alpha on Tango, 184 Alpha Foxtrot.
So when we turn right onto Alpha, we will have a left
Of Crossswind.
crosswind. So we will have Neutral.
So you will need to do
or
this.
Okay. Turn into.
Yep.
So if it's at an exact 90 degrees, you'll just turn into it. You don't do up, aileron, or elevator.
Nope, remember, what I told you yesterday, that elevator is really not a big deal unless it's coming from behind you, okay?
Okay.
And even then, it's not really that big of a deal, okay?
November 4 Alpha Foxtrot, runway 15, taxi via Alpha.
Wheel taxi via Alpha to runway 15184 Alpha Foxtrot. So we're clear for taxi?
Yep, we're clear for taxi.
Okay.
Still make sure, because there's still vehicles that come right through, so continue on, make sure that nobody's coming out. Should be okay. Alright, so now we're going to put the ailerons like so, now that we're taxiing. And you can see the windsock down at the end of the runway.
Yes, sir.
Tells you the wind's coming from our left side. And you can see it's kind of variable, so we're going to have to give a little bit with the rudders and stuff like that to kind of make sure, even though this is to make sure that the wind doesn't pick up over the wind and tip us that way.
Trying to get the brakes all hot.
Yep.
I'll let you do that.
One of those things you got to watch out for after you put on new brakes. That you got to break them in like this, and if they don't, it can actually feel like you don't have any brakes. So, luckily I'm AMP and I know what to do. Plus, we're only going to be making one landing, so okay.
Addison ground, aircraft 213 Hotel Papa. Radio check, please.
November 213 Hotel Papa, it's readable. There's still some static to it.
Addison ground, aircraft 213 Hotel Papa. Radio check, please.
November 213 Hotel Papa, I don't know what you did there, if that's the same radio, but that was loud and clear.
Alright, go ahead and set that parking brake. All the way out. Nope, you give it a, no, nope, yep. No, you're gonna, yep, 90 degrees, pull hard, nice and hard, straight out. Keep going, no, keep going with both hands. Keep pulling, keep pulling. There you go, keep pulling. Okay, you good? No, don't turn it 90. Right. Yep, just leave it like that. There you go. We want to make sure, because like I said, they're new brakes, so we want to make sure we're nice and held on.
Hotel Papa, radio check, please.
Alright.
November 213 Hotel Papa.
So now we're going to go over to the next page, and the next page after that.
It was readable, it
and
was
then
loud.
down at the bottom.
There was still some background noise to it, not as bad as the first
position. We have seats and seatbelts are locked and secure, correct? Check. We have cabin doors are closed and locked. 1, 2. Flight controls are.
Alright, so we're going to do the thumbs up method, okay? So if I go to the right, that aileron should go down, okay? Thumbs up. If I go right, that one should go up, okay? That one should go up, okay? That's how we want to make sure. And of course, obviously make sure that it goes down the opposite.
Yes, sir.
If I pull back, the elevator comes up. Push down, it goes down. right rudder.
was
Check the right
weak,
rudder.
barely readable,
Right rudder goes to the right. The
overridden
left
by
rudder
static.
goes to the left side. Okay.
Okay. For takeoff. Next page. Continued flight instruments check and set. Our heading indicator should be at 30.5, 31, give or take.
Astram Inter Tug 2's off the
Altimeter
north rim.
2950. We have
Air Tug 2, Addison ground, proceed south on Alpha to Victor.
airspeed 0,
South
rising
on Alpha
flat.
to Victor, Air Tug 2.
Fuel quantity, we have 22 right, 18 left. We have mixture set to fully rich. Fuel selector valve will recheck that is on both. It is currently on both. Throttle, we will increase the throttle to 1800 RPM while checking both magnetos. Both should not drop 150 combined or 50, or sorry, one drop should not exceed 150 or either more than 50.
Right. So one should not drop more than 150, either one, okay? And the two of them should not be more than 50 in between each other, okay? So if one drops 100 and the other one drops 150, you're okay. But if one drops 100 and one drops, 200, obviously that's more than 50. So between the two.
So we'll increase throttle to 1800.
And Addison ground, 61 Mike Romeo, looking for clearance to Hayden this morning.
Check left
November
magneto.
61 Mike Romeo, Addison ground. You're cleared to the
We
Hotel
have
Delta November Airport.
About a 100
Via
drop.
turn left, heading
Go back to both.
050. Radar
Go to
vectors
left.
to Texoma 4,
Less, a
departure.
little less. About the same drop in both.
Lima,
Okay.
transition.
Back to
Bell,
both.
Zulu, Echo,
We are
Mike,
going to
Mike, Alpha.
enunciate a
Then
panel,
direct
ensure that none are
destination.
illuminated. That is correct.
Maintain
Engine
2,000.
instruments and ammeter.
Expect flight
Check.
level
All are
360.
illuminated.
10
No,
minutes after
the
departure.
instruments are going to be over here.
Departure
Okay, and
frequency
then check the
124.3.
ammeter gauge. We're going to turn
Squawk
that left side off.
3407.
See a discharge? Turn it back on. All right, it picked it back up. Good. The alternator's in a working order.
Okay,
Okay.
that's
We
clear to
have-
the Hayden Airport. Turn left 050, radar vectors.
Throttle check idle.
Texoma 4 departure, Zima transition, direct destination, 2,360, 1 minute after, 124.3.
All right, so we're checking to make sure that if we pull it back to idle, it doesn't just die on us, right?
1 Mike Romeo.
We do have
will be
That's
ready
going to do that.
taxi
Okay, it's
in
going to be a
about
vacuum gauge, right?
5
So now
minutes.
put it back up to about 1,000.
Now,
November
Yeah.
1 Mike Romeo, read back this correct.
Throttle friction lock
Thank you.
adjust is fine right now.
ground
Strobe
off
lights as desired.
Officer
So
1,
we
Addison ground.
So what we're going to do when we get on the runway, it's going to be lights, camera, action, right? You're going to turn on the land, taxi, nav, strobe, and the camera is this, which is already in
November
AOT
213
mode,
Hotel Papa,
and
Addison
action
County
is you
monitoring.
applying the power and getting on the runway, okay?
Okay, yep.
So I'll
Make sure
probably
you,
help you a little
direct
bit
your
on this
jet blast away
takeoff
from the,
because it is
light
so
side
windy
ability
and it's a
down there.
direct
Usually,
crosswind,
due
okay?
south
So
works pretty good.
it's a little bit out of the component that's allowed for this aircraft. So
Thank you, sir.
we're going to have to, I'm going to help you a little bit on this takeoff. Now, remember, we talked about it yesterday, right rudder as is going to be needed. Today, right rudder is going to be needed even more because we have a right crosswind. Ailerons are going to be like this to start. As we build up airspeed, we're going to slowly start to bring them back out. Once we get off the ground,
November,
the wings are going to
40
go
Hotel
level,
Papa, if
and
you
we're going to let
can,
the
just
airplane
position yourself
windmill
in
into
that
there,
far,
and we're going to hold it as
southeast
a
corner
windmill
there,
or
off your left.
windmills
It looks
into
like
it,
we're getting ready
okay?
to start utilizing
Fully
runway
crab in the
33
wind.
as a crosswind component for 15.
Alright, strobe lights. Discuss that. Radio and avionics switches, transponder and all that, that is all set. Navigation and GPS switch if installed. We have it on GPS, but we're not using it for this flight. Autopilot is off if we don't even have
Number
it. We don't
465
have
Mike,
it on this
Addison Tower,
TV.
continue and maintain
Okay.
current altitude.
Manual electric trim, no, but takeoff is what it's set for. Wing
Wind
flaps
280
set for
12
takeoff,
goes
0 to 10
24.
degrees, we'll do 0 since we're, and then brakes release.
Don't release the brakes
Right.
yet until we have clearance to go, okay?
Correct.
All right, so now you're going to call up Addison Towers.
Okay.
Back 184 Alpha Foxtrot, holding short of 15 full length, ready for an east departure, VFR.
Full length, okay, east departure. Addison Tower, Skyhawk 184 Alpha Foxtrot, holding short runway 15 Alpha, full length runway for VFR departure to the east. Clear for takeoff.
No!
Number 1 Foxtrot, Addison Tower, hold short, runway 15.
We will hold short runway 15 for November 184 Alpha Foxtrot.
Yep. No,
Okay.
no clear for
Ready,
takeoff
ready.
until she's No, she tells you you're clear to take off.
On the
Okay?
go. Bravo, right traffic. Got that wording.
Number 54 Charlie,
Yep,
Roger.
that's okay. Yeah, it looks like it's going to move more into a tailwind today, so the crosswind component's going to get pretty interesting. Gonna be fun.
Number 175 Alpha Foxtrot, start your descent.
Gonna be fun.
Start descent 175 Foxtrot.
Number 95314, turn base.
Turning base, 95314.
Cirrus 10 Golf, contact ground, point 6.
Point 6, 10 Golf.
Number 175 Alpha Foxtrot, traffic holding in position prior to arrival.
Roger, 175 Alpha Foxtrot, look for the traffic.
90 Victor.
Number 905314, runway 15, cleared to land, wind 270 at 16, gust 24.
Clear to land, runway 15, 95314.
Alright, so when we take off,
Helicopter 54 Charlie.
when we get about 500
taxiway
feet above
Bravo,
field
cleared for
elevation,
the
field
option.
elevation is going to be around 1100, 1150. We'll then start to make our left turn, okay? Make our left turn to the east, and we'll maintain 2,000 feet on our way out there, okay? Out to the east area until we see the lakes. Once we see the lakes, then we can proceed to climb up to whatever
For the
altitude we want.
departures down there, number 90 Victor, the wind is 280 at 13, gust 24. Are you going to be able to depart with that wind?
Oh yeah.
Number 175 Alpha Foxtrot, you can turn inbound now.
Setting up for 90 Victor.
Turning inbound, 175 Alpha Foxtrot.
That's Tower 1090 Victor, we would prefer 3-3 if possible.
What about 469 Mike Bravo?
What did you say it was gusting to? Tower 9 Mike Bravo, what are the winds currently?
November 175 Alpha Foxtrot, runway 15, cleared to land, wind
Ooh, watch
270
him,
at
watch
15,
him,
gust 24.
watch him. He going.
Clear to land, 175
Yeah.
Alpha Foxtrot.
Oh, that's gonna get interstate. Oh yeah. He made it though.
I'll take 15 Mike Bravo.
November 9 Mike Bravo, Roger, standby. It's going to be just a moment.
Tower
was confident, like yelling, no, no. Probably knew I made this.
Don't worry about it. She's so used to students here. She didn't even phase her. I was the no because you're telling her that you're ready. That
Yeah.
to take
Number
off.
90 Victor, go ahead and contact ground point 6. Number 314, cross the whole lines, ground point 6.
At Foxtrot and contact ground, 95314.
November 46 Papa Mike, you can turn base now, square the turn to final traffic holding in position prior to arrival.
Turning base 46 Pop Mike, and if winds are 270 or 280, wouldn't preferred runway be 33?
Yeah, we're in the process of changing that.
Okay, well I can wait for that change.
Number 46 Papa Mike, Roger, go ahead and make a left turn and fly past the departure or the arrival corridor right now and enter the left downwind for runway 33 and I'll sequence. You have one aircraft on the east side that's coming inbound also.
Roger, go through and left downwind 33, thank you, 46 Pop Mike.
Cherokee 4746 Lima, Addison Tower. Number 469 Mike Bravo, what is your on-course heading?
0509 Mike Bravo.
Number 469 Mike Bravo, runway 15, line up and wait. Traffic is a Malibu and a Cherokee. One's going to be in the left downwind, one's in the right downwind.
15, line up and wait, 469 Mike Bravo.
Tower 175 Alpha Foxtrot, that tailwind is just a little too much going around.
Number 175 Alpha Foxtrot, Roger. When able, make a left turn like a left downwind departure.
I'm gonna watch him.
All right, when able, make left turn like a left wind, downwind departure, 175 Alpha Foxtrot.
What did they say?
We got a tailwind coming in with right now because it's coming from
Number 461
280
Mike Bravo.
and 150.
That's at the departure and it's going to do a left downwind departure.
It's pretty much
runway 15,
on a tailwind, so it means we're going to heat up more runway, and it's kind of pushing us off to the right. So I'm going to watch him and see what he does. My other aircraft, 90 Victor, is taxiing back, so I'm going to watch him and see how he does. If he looks okay, I'll go ahead with it. But if
Tower 5
he looks a little...
are y'all switching to 3-3 so we can hold in place, or we can do a left traffic landing northwest on Bravo?
Number 54 Charlie, actually just hold in place for now. I have one aircraft entering the left downwind for 3-3, and once they kind of get a bit about midfield, then I'll let you start going to the north and making left traffic.
Just let us know, 54 Charlie.
As the Tower Skyhawk 184 Alpha Foxtrot, pulling down here 15. I guess after watching him take off, we'll just go ahead and take 3-3.
Number 184 Alpha Foxtrot, contact ground .6.
All right, going to ground, 4 Alpha Foxtrot.
We're going to take a new runway.
Yeah, we're going to go take 3-3 because after watching him take off. All right, brakes off. All right, as ground Skyhawk 184 Alpha Foxtrot here, full length 15, and we'd like to go ahead and taxi down to 3-3.
November 184 Alpha Foxtrot out of ground, taxi to runway 33 via Alpha.
All right, 3-3 via Alpha, 4 Alpha Foxtrot.
Attention all aircraft, data information, Whiskey is now current, runway 33 in use, Addison weather better than 5005. Wind 260 at 12, gust 22, altimeter 2952.
So they just changed the ATIS technically.
Yep, and we changed the runway now, remember. Now it's on the right side.
Ooh. Still gonna ride those brakes?
Yep.
Probably cool down during that wait.
Yep.
I'll let you have the control of the ground control. This stuff happen often with the wind changing.
Yeah, see how it's picking us up, literally. Yeah. Welcome to Texas. Normally it's north and south. Very rarely do we get a full deflection. Shit. But yeah. So it's pretty windy. Problem is every time that wind hits my tail, a gust hits my tail, it wants to go right. Okay? It's pushing me. So if it pushes here, my nose wants to go over to the right. So I have to give a lot of left rudder to try and make sure that it doesn't do that. That's why we want to taxi nice and slow. That's why we don't want to go any faster than a brisk walk. That way you got time if something happens.
And Addison ground, 61 Mike Romeo, we're over here at Romeo, ready to taxi. We got the instructions for 3-3.
November 61 Mike Romeo, Addison ground. You got the Skyhawk approaching you off your right?
Yes, that is correct.
November 61 Mike Romeo, follow Skyhawk southbound on Alpha, runway tree, taxi via Alpha.
Okay, runway 33 will follow the Skyhawk, and that's via Alpha for 61 Mike Romeo.
November 61 Mike Romeo, amend departure instructions to read fly runway heading, rest of clearance remains same.
Okay, that'll be fly runway heading. The rest of the clearance will be the same for 1 Mike Romeo. Thank you much.
We'll be saying ready for takeoff, not clear. Once they clear us, then we say clear. I knew that.
Well,
for some reason it just went over my head. I thought of the first word. I was trying to get it all out without stalling. I thought of the first word, but clear.
Yep. Okay. Everybody does it. You aren't the first. Won't be the last. Been doing this 8 years. I've heard anything and everything, and I even did when I was learning.
Having a little trouble.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's got wing low. Everybody's having to do wing low.
So when you tell them full length, that means you're at the very, very end of the runway, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Is there a reason?
Ground Malibu 46, Papa Mike.
Just so they know that you're not at an intersection.
Oh, I just told them Alpha and...
Alright, November 46, Papa Mike, Edison ground. Taxi south on Alpha 2, let's go with Echo.
Woo, look at
south
that.
on Alpha 2, Echo, hold short, runway 33
nice.
at Echo.
Alpha
Alright,
Echo,
set
hold
that
short,
parking brake.
33 at Echo, 46, Papa Mike.
There we go. Alright, go to tower. Alright, so I tell them Addison Tower is 184 Alpha Foxtrot, number 3 in sequence for an east departure.
Number 3 in what?
In sequence.
Sequence for east departure.
Yep.
Do you mind doing that one? That's too much for me to think of.
Okay. Addison Tower, Skyhawk 184 Alpha Foxtrot. It looks like we're number 3 here in sequence for an east departure.
Number 184 Alpha Foxtrot, Addison Tower, roger.
Okay, so you don't have to tell them what runway they assume they know.
Yeah, she knows. No.
Alright.
Number 5 Alpha Foxtrot, taxi across the home lines, connect ground point 6.
Contacting ground point 6, and thanks for your help. 175 Alpha Fox.
Okay. November 554, extend the downwind, I'll call the base. Turn traffic holding in position prior to arrival.
We'll extend downwind 554, you'll call base.
Wind 270 at 14, gust 22.
It's gonna be fun! As soon as we make that left turn, we're gonna be screaming across the ground.
Romeo, we're going to need a moment after this coyote takes off. We've got to troubleshoot something.
Number 61 Mike Romeo, roger, just let me know when you're ready again.
We'll do it.
Number 554, turn base.
Turn base, 554.
What are we setting this to?
I'm just using it, so
Tower 54
I gotta give it a point to know so they can see ground speed.
Number 54
I wanna know how
Charlie,
fast
taxi
we're going
follow through
today.
for takeoff, left traffic.
Takeoff left traffic, 54 Charlie.
Put a Navor? Or a
Nav.
nav?
Navigation, that would be these two, which is a VOR.
Okay.
And 6.
What are you doing? Trying to turn on the pilot lights?
46 Lima, taxi 2 Sierra via Alpha, remain this frequency.
Sierra Via, this is frequency, and have a good morning, 47.
Morning.
61 Mike Romeo is going to scoot up behind this
I can break off.
Cessna and get out of the taxiway here and get over in the ramp area so we can do some troubleshooting.
Number 1 Mike Romeo, roger.
Oh, so they're having problems.
Yep. I heard him say
Number
that.
184 Alpha Foxtrot, runway 33, clear for takeoff.
Alright, we have to back circular for Charlie here then.
You can't get full length?
Negative 1090 Victor's in the way.
Number 1090 Victor, Addison Tower.
1090 Victor, Tower.
Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Number 184 Alpha Foxtrot, just hold short, you'll be number 2. The citation's not ready to go right now.
Alright, we'll be number 24 off Foxtrot.
Number 1090 Victor, runway 33, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 23, 1090 Victor.
Yeah.
Helicopter 54 Charlie.
Mustang.
Do you see the traffic moving on Bravo southbound?
We got traffic in sight, 54 Charlie.
Helicopter 54 Charlie, taxiway Bravo cleared for the option. Just make sure that you land north of Charlie. They're going to the southwest corner.
We'll land north of Charlie. We'll maintain visual with that traffic, 54 Charlie.
November 554, runway 33, cleared to land. You may see helicopter traffic off your left. They're working on taxiway Bravo.
Clear
to land 554.
Oh, let's get a little air in here. Yeah.
54 Charlie has that landing traffic inside as well.
November 184 Alpha Foxtrot, hold short runway 33. I have one arrival and then I'll get you going.
Alright, hold short 33 for 184 off Foxtrot.
Wind 260 at 8, gust 22.
Woo! That looked fun.
Look at him.
11 o'clock, so we got about 2 hours. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It'll be a fun day. You guys picked the right day to fly.
At least we're going the last 2 lessons.
Sure.
Ice
November
out.
184 Alpha Foxtrot, runway 33, line up and wait.
Alright, line up and wait, 184 off Foxtrot. Market break off.
554 park golf.
Alright, landing and taxi light and strobes.
Number 554,
What about now?
you want to get off
Nav,
that
go
golf?
ahead and turn them all on.
Yeah,
He's
park
seen.
Papa, I'll get off at Foxtrot, 554.
So we'll
Number
line up and wait.
554, roger. Taxi across the hold lines, connect ground point 6.
Ground point 6.
I noticed
You
someone
got
got
the
the
control-
184
you want the
Alpha
controls
Foxtrot,
on this
runway
takeoff?
33, clear for takeoff.
Alright, clear for takeoff, 184 off Foxtrot.
Wind 280 at
I'll
19,
let you
gust
take
22.
Yeah, this one
Yeah.
I might just have to let the pro go. Alright, airspeed's alive and I'm already trying to pick up off the ground.
Yeah.
Whee!
Wow.
Alright, your controls, my friend.
My controls.
Alright, so at 1150, we're going to go ahead and start making our right turn to the east. Yeah, 330, okay.
Is it at full throttle or do we want
Yep,
to add more?
it's at full throttle.
Okay. Try to stay at around 70 or you want 80?
Yep, there you go, start making your right turn.
Tower 54 Charlie is on the go, Bravo. We got departing traffic in sight.
Remember that, right rudder. There you go.
What heading are we headed for?
Right, hand on the throttle. There you go, east. Woohoo! Now the fun begins, going to 2,000 feet.
Okay.
Hand on the throttle. Okay, when you're low to the ground and you're not in cruise yet, keep the hand on the throttle, especially in a climb, because the throttle can accidentally slide back out. Okay, and we don't want that.
Clear 160 Golf Charlie, are you ready to go?
Alright, now we're lowering the nose a little bit. We want to see some of the horizon.
And Addison Tower, 61 Mike Romeo, we're ready to go.
Number 61 Mike Romeo, Addison Tower, waiting on release.
Waiting on release for 1 Mike Romeo, we'll hold short.
Alright, so at 2,000 feet, what we're going to do is we're going to lower the nose until you see the horizon.
Number 1090 Victor,
Lower.
traffic 1 o'clock, a mile and a half
Lower the
northbound,
nose, just like
helicopter
that.
1,400.
Let the airspeed build up. No trimming yet. Let the airspeed build up. You hold the aircraft. You make it stay, okay, at 2,000 feet. Let the airspeed build up. Once the airspeed builds up, then you're going to reduce the power to your cruise. Reduce the power to your cruise, which is about 2,200 RPMs.
Charlie's left base for Bravo.
Keep pulling it back, keep pulling it back, keep pulling it back.
Wind
Keep pulling it back.
27015, gust 24.
There you go.
Click the option Bravo.
Now hold that airplane, make it go. Now you're getting high, so you're going to lower the nose, get it back down to 2,000 feet. And then you're going to trim to help relieve those control surfaces, okay?
Okay.
Woohoo, 130 across the ground. We's moving, but that means coming back. We gonna be going real slow. All right, so we get no trim. You make the airplane do what it's supposed to.
Okay.
Do not fly with the trim. If you were to set the trim now, that would be flying with the trim. So we need to go down. We're gonna lower the nose and we're gonna reduce the power. There you go. Lower the nose. And reduce the power. All right, there's 2,000. We're gonna release the back pressure, and then we're gonna add the power back in to back where we were in cruise.
Air 160 Golf Charlie, ready
Okay.
number 2.
Very neat.
Citation 61 Mike
Now,
Romeo, have your
let go of the
release now,
airplane.
runway heading runway 33.
What does it want to do?
Go to the right.
No, it wants to climb.
Oh, climb.
Mike Romeo.
So we're gonna add just a touch of nose down. There you go. Well, that's probably all we need. Gonna add that power back into 22. There you go. Light controls, all right? You should be able to fly like this even in this bumpy stuff, okay?
Okay.
And we got traffic and helicopter off to our left.
Golf Charlie, ready 33, holding short.
Clear 160 Golf Charlie, Addison Tower, hold short, runway 33, waiting on release.
Okay, 160 Golf Charlie, holding short.
Okay, so you're about 100 feet high, so you're gonna, how do you want to correct that? Yep, I don't know, no. On 100, we're just gonna use pitch, all right?
Okay.
And 100 or less, we're just gonna use pitch. If it gets to be about 200 or 300 feet, then we're gonna add power or reduce power, okay? If we're gonna reduce power in a descent, we're gonna take it to the bottom of the green arc, okay? So we're gonna take it right about to that bottom of that green arc.
Okay.
If it's in a climb, we're just gonna add full power to it, okay?
Yes, sir.
Helicopter 54 Charlie, taxiway Bravo, clear for takeoff, and you can make your turnout your discretion.
All right, we'll make our turnout our discussion. We'll do a left downwind departure for you. Clear for takeoff on Bravo 54 Charlie.
Citation 61 Mike Romeo, current regional departure.
Under departure, good day, 1 Mike Romeo.
Addison Tower, 907 Delta Fox with you, holding short 33.
Number 907 Delta Pop Addison Tower, hold short, runway 33, waiting on release.
Okay, we're holding behind the Lear here.
Addison Tower, DPS 1.
TPS 1 Addison Tower.
About 6.5 to the west, or correction, east, westbound on the George Bush Tollway.
TPS 1 transition for Addison altimeter 2950.
950, DPS 1.
Alright, so you get the two lakes, okay?
Yes, sir.
The two lakes, there's a gap right there, okay? When you start to like flying real solos and stuff like that, obviously you're going to need to get back to Addison. Addison's hard to find most of the time. If you find the gap between the two lakes, obviously that's Lake Lavon, that's Lake Ray Hubbard, okay? Find the gap in between the two lakes and you head due west, Addison will come into view. Now, that's dependent on the wind. If the wind is coming from the south, it's going to push you more up to the north, right? And if it's coming from the north, it's going to push you more into the south. So to do that, you got the George Bush, which is right off my right here. See that George Bush Highway?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that George Bush Highway will make a big S right there, and it'll actually come right up in there, and it'll be straight in there. So if you follow the gap back to the George Bush will lead you to Addison. If you're following right along with the George Bush, Addison will be off to your left side, okay? Like I said, it's hard to see, it's hard to find, so got to make sure you start looking outside for those visual cues, okay? Learning where you are, what things look like, and what we need to normally do. It's just like learning in the street to get home, okay? You got to go down it a couple dozen times and look around and go, oh, okay, that's what this, oh, shoot, all right, that's what that is. Or you could have a GPS and load you in, but guess what? We ain't got that. We do, but it's, we're doing 132. Sweet. I wonder what it's up like a little higher. How you doing back there, buddy?
Good.
Good.
Doing great.
That takeoff was pretty sketchy.
Nah.
I thought we were actually going off the runway or something. I thought there was something wrong. You were just keeping quiet.
Nope.
That's just normal?
Yep. Doing this a long time.
I heard that stall horn go off.
Number 0 Golf Charlie, can I please on departure?
Yeah, 0 Golf Charlie, departure, thanks. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, thank you.
There we go.
Number 907 Delta Papa, fly runway heading, runway 33.
Let's see who's out today.
What do you think happened there? Did I accidentally disconnect something?
Nah, I don't know. Who knows? Alright, well, it's working now, so that's all that matters. Alright, so now we're out at the lakes. Now we can start our climb up. So what I want you to do is go ahead and give me full power, climb up to 3,500 feet. Okay? Maintain the 80 knots as we're going. Now, we talked about it before, we're talking about it again. As we get slow, we're going to add that right rudder in there to maintain that east heading, alright?
Okay.
Yep, so we want to keep that ball center, keep that east heading. Now, keep your hand on the throttle because we don't want it to back off. You're going to learn how to fly with your left hand, okay?
Okay.
Every maneuver that you're doing can be done with the left hand. Now, don't chase that ball. Don't be pushing left and right, left and right, left and right. Just try and keep the ball centered with the bumps, okay? The bumps are going to be. Now, as we get slower, obviously, it's going to need right rudder. But today, we got a wind, so it's coming. Hand on the throttle. So we're going to lead our climb up to 3,500. We're going to lead it by 10% of our climb, okay, of our VSI. So if we're getting 500 feet, what would you think 10% of 500 feet would be?
50 feet.
50 feet, hand on the throttle, there you go. Be 50 feet, so about 50 feet before 3,500, you would start to lower the nose and let the airspeed build back up. Once the airspeed builds back up to about 90, 95, then you can reduce the power back to your cruise. Once you reduce the power back to your cruise, hold the airplane at 3,500, and then you can trim to see what you need, okay?
Okay.
You shouldn't have to trim really any because you already set it at 2,000 feet. Not much has changed since between there and there. Now, like I said, don't forget that right rudder. Huh? Sounds like nobody's out today. That's a first. Rockwell traffic, Skag 184 off Foxtrot, it's about 5 to the north at 3,000. Heat, we'll be maneuvering Rockwall traffic.
It's quiet out here.
The Rockwell traffic helicopter 81 X-ray is 4 miles to the northwest, transitioning northwest bound to 1,300 Rockwall.
Alright, where are you?
You said 3,500 or?
Yep, 3,500. Alright, go ahead and give me a turn to the south.
Okay.
Keep the climb going. Alright, so there's about 50 feet, so we're going to lower the nose while we're still turning. Keep that turn going.
Okay.
Keep that turn going. We're going to lower the nose, let the airspeed build up, hand on the throttle. Okay. Let that airspeed build up, then reduce the power. Then trim if you need to. Like I said, you shouldn't need too much, but just in case. Alright, awesome. Now you're going to go ahead and turn to the, we're going to turn into the wind. Okay. So we're going to turn right to the west.
Sounds good. And
don't need any out of your power or anything like that, just turn into the wind. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the first maneuver that you're ever going to see in your life, called slow flight, okay?
Okay.
So today we're going to make this GPS really upset, okay? And we're going to make it upset because we're probably going to go backwards, all right? You ever seen an airplane hover? Well, you are today, okay?
Oh God.
Today the wind's pretty good, and we are going to probably be able to hover just fine. Now, everybody look outside, look at your point, look at where you are, look at where your tire is to a reference to something, okay? Give you an idea of what's going on. All right, so 3,500, lower that nose, there you go. So what we're gonna do is slow flight, all right? So first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna bring that power back to the green arc, bottom of the green arc. All right, then you're gonna add 10 degrees of flaps as long as we're inside 110. You are inside 110, so you can add 10 degrees of flaps.
Yes, sir.
All right, the airplane's gonna balloon now because we changed the camber of the wing. We don't want it to do this. We're gonna add a little bit of forward pressure, okay? Now you're gonna bring this power back to 15, okay?
Oh, wow.
Yep, bring that power back to 15, all right? Now, you're inside the white arc. You can go ahead and add all the remaining flaps, okay? Now, slow flight works like this. We're gonna get the airspeed down to about 50 knots, okay?
Okay.
Stall, we talked about it yesterday, was all the way with the flaps fully extended, is all the way down to 38, okay? Not a big deal, okay? So we're gonna get down to 50 knots, about 50 knots.
Oh, wow.
So what we're gonna do to maintain that altitude and stuff, you're gonna notice the slower we get, the weight's gonna take over and we're gonna start to descend. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to add power to maintain that. But as you can see, we're doing about 54 across the ground right now, okay? It's gonna get slower and slower as we get slower. All right, so now we're gonna pitch the nose up just a little bit, and we're gonna add some power into probably about 2,000 RPMs, okay? And that's gonna hold us right there, okay? Now you're gonna start to notice, nope, put that power back to about 2,000. So what you're gonna notice, yep, keep going, keep adding that power, keep adding that power. There you go.
Oh, 2,000.
Yep, 2,000. Now, you notice you gave a little power. We talked about the torque and the P factor going on right now. I got a little bit of nose up, so we're going to have to give a little nose up to maintain 3,500. You notice our airspeed across the ground is now dropping. If you look outside, guess what, folks? We're barely moving, okay? Go ahead and look outside. Look down on the ground.
Yeah, we are.
We're barely moving, okay? Our airspeed will probably start to continue to drop, all right?
Yes.
And that's how slow flight works, okay? So you notice we're maintaining 50 knots, we're holding altitude, we're not climbing or descending, and here we go. Now, you notice if you make any hard control inputs right now, it feels sluggish, right? Yes. It feels like you're trying to drive a boat right now. It's like you do it, then it takes a minute for it to come in. This is what happens at slow, when we have slow air going across the wings.
Yes.
It makes everything more mushy because we can push the slower amount of air going across, okay? Now, go ahead and give me a left turn to the south. Now, it doesn't need to be a whole lot. You're going to have to let off a little bit of right rudder, a little bit of left. Right, there you go. Now you're going to go ahead and start turning to the left.
Rockwell traffic, Skyhawk 184 Alpha Foxtrot, 3,500, about 2 to the north west, it looks like, and maneuvering. Rockwell traffic.
Just that easy, man.
Wow.
The airplane can sit here and fly all day long as we have a good camber of the wing, okay? All right, go ahead and trim me to the east.
Okay.
Rockwell traffic, Skyhawk 184 Alpha Foxtrot, 3,500, about 3 to the east, maneuvering. Rockwell traffic.
Now you can see the wind's really kicking us. We're doing 90 across the ground.
Wow.
Okay. How quickly it can change with the winds, okay? So the winds affect us greatly up here. Why? Well, because we're not attached to anything, right? We don't have any friction across the ground. We don't have anything that's attaching us. So, because we're up here just free floating around, we get affected by the winds just as much. All right, go ahead and give me a left turn to the north.
Okay.
All right, to recover from this, what we're going to do is we're going to add power in.
Okay.
We're going to take it to about full power. Add full power. Then you're going to take out the first 10 flaps. No, not all of them, just the first 10, okay? Now, what do you think will happen if I take all of them out?
The nose will drop.
Well, no, let's find out, shall we? Take them all out, look what happens. You can feel it. Oh, the airplane sinks, right?
Yeah.
Okay? Not a real big deal today because we got enough wind to help too, okay? But the airplane will start to sink, okay? And that's what we want to try and avoid.
Okay.
So normally, you want to take them out 10 at a time, okay? And we want to make sure that we have a positive rate each time we're climbing up, okay? All right, now airspeed's built up, power comes back to cruise, trim if you need to. It's chilly up here. All right. So that's slow flight, my friend. Okay?
Okay.
Today I'm going to demonstrate steep turns for you, okay? This is the one that gets everybody, that's one everybody gets scared of, okay? Don't be scared of them. They're not a big deal, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is my controls.
Your controls.
All right, my controls. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get set on outside of our heading, right? We're going to look outside, all right? So right now I'm on a north heading. How do I know that? Well, you see that line of power lines that's going off right here, down here to this side, to the right? It goes north and south, right? So I'm going to use that as my reference point. That's going to be my aim point to come back around, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to get below maneuvering speed. What's maneuvering speed in this aircraft?
My maneuvering speed is... Oh, there it is, 99 knots.
Yep, 99 knots indicated airspeed, okay? So what we're going to do is it's going to be work kind of like this, all right? So I'm going to pitch it, I'm going to bank it over 45 degrees bank, add just a little bit of power, and I'm just going to hold it right there, okay? I'm going to hold it right there at the bank. And I'm adding a little bit of back pressure to it. I'm kind of holding back just to make sure the nose is, because I changed the vertical lift of the component, okay? So now I'm coming around, 45 degrees, still holding 3,500, nothing's moving, airspeed's below, now maneuvering speed. I'm looking outside, looking to see where my power lines are. Where are my power lines? Ah, there's my power lines. I'm gonna roll right out.
Wow.
Put them right back there, okay? Now, I'm gonna demonstrate the next one, okay? So the next one works like this. So now I'm gonna do the one to the right. I'm gonna go 45 degrees bank. I'm gonna add a little bit of back pressure. Look at where the horizon is cutting. Right now, the horizon's cutting right here. It should be cutting right about there for you, okay? 45 degrees bank, I've got maintaining my altitude, and I'm adding a little bit of back pressure. Not a lot, just enough just to kind of get a little bit going on there. And I'm just gonna hold it right there. You notice that you're not feeling any G's or anything like that. We're in a steep turn, what they consider a steep turn of 45 degrees of bank. We're not feeling any. If I'm feeling G's, that means you're pulling too hard on the back. You're trying to recover your altitude. If your altitude gets low, I roll out a little bit of bank. Okay, see how I start climbing it? If I get too high, I start to roll in some more bank, okay? There's my power lines. Hey, look at that. Or roll right back out there. Okay, see how that works? Nice and easy, and I did it all with my right hand.
Oh, wow. That was steep.
Oh, that's nothing. That's what they consider a steep turn. I don't really consider it a steep turn. Steep turn is 60 or more. Knife edge, that's a steep turn. Okay? All right, so what I want you to do is go ahead and demonstrate one to me to the left, all right?
Okay.
So when you get over in the 45 degree bank, okay, you're gonna add just a little bit of power, about 100 RPMs, all right? And you're gonna just kind of hold it there. Adding a little bit of back pressure, hold a little bit of back up there. Just keep the nose just a little bit above the horizon, and you should be able to hold it. Now, if you start feeling G's and like things are sinking like that, you're pulling too hard, okay? Let off a little bit, okay? Not worried about your altitude right now. I want you to just get the feeling of what it feels like and what it looks like, okay?
Now, what about the rudder? I saw that the ball was going all the way to one side. Do you use rudder in this?
So, yeah, you want to get it started on there. Get it started, get a coordinated turn, but because of the wind today, sometimes it's going to go outside the ball, and it's okay, okay? It's not huge. You want to try and keep it coordinated as best you can, but you don't want to be pushing left and right, hard stuff like that, because that changes your yaw on your turn, which makes your nose either come down or makes your nose go up. And then you're either adding forward pressure or adding back pressure. So you just want to get it to get started, okay? Make sure it's coordinated to get started. Okay? So go ahead and give me one to the left. So roll in the back.
Try to match the red up with that.
Nope, you're going to match this mark in between these 2 points, okay? Because that's 30 and that's 60 right there. So you're going to match in between there. That's 45, okay?
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
And then at about 2,000, you said?
Yep. No, yeah, about that much power. Roll right in, add a little bit of back pressure, okay?
Okay.
There you go, just like that, okay? Add a little bit more back pressure, a little bit more back pressure. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Yep, come on. Add a little bit more back pressure. Now you can feel the G's. Yeah. You start feeling it because we're pulling back, right? But that's how we want to add back pressure while we're making that turn, okay? There you go. Add a little bit more back pressure. Keep that back pressure on there.
Okay.
You got to keep it, okay?
Okay.
Can't let go of it. Once you've added it in there, you got to hold it in there because the airplane is trying to slip down in there. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and roll back out. There's our north heading. Okay. So take a minute to regain your composure.
That back pressure so we do not lose altitude, or what is it trying to do?
Well, because when we change this, the airflow is going over like this. But when we change like this, we have a horizontal component of lift that's picking us up, vertical lift of component. Okay, that's picking us up like this. When we turn, we now change it to a horizontal, okay? And it's not as strong as the vertical. So when we go like this, the airplane starts to try and slip down, okay? Because the air is now moving at a weird angle to it. So the airplane starts to slip down. So we have to add that back pressure to make sure that everything is okay. Keep that on there, okay? You can't release it, you gotta keep holding it, all right? Okay. So go ahead and give me one to the right. Now, one to the right, you're gonna have to give some right rudder into it, okay? Keep it coordinated. So right rudder, add that back pressure, and add about 100. You don't need to add any more power, and you see, just hold that back pressure. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Pull it back, pull back. Nose has got to be a little bit above the horizon.
Okay.
There you go, perfect. Just like that. A little bit more bank. There we go, just like that. No big deal. All right, so add a little bit of back pressure. There we go. All right, here comes north. Go ahead and start your roll out. and roll it all the way to the next spot. There we go. That's how a steep turn is done.
Wow.
Okay, no big deal. Did you bring a logbook? Yeah, you did.
I did.
I saw it. I just forgot to remember. Alright, so give me another one to the left.
Okay.
L McGregor 1221 Juliet, McGregor Unicom, Jag Aviation.
Alright, remember to add a little bit of back pressure when you're making that turn. Back pressure, back pressure, back pressure. There you go. Back pressure, back pressure. See, the nose is below the horizon, isn't it? Yeah, we're looking at more ground right now. So you gotta add back pressure, buddy. You gotta add it. You gotta pull back, come up.
There.
Pull back on the back pressure. There you go. Okay. So you gotta add that back pressure as soon as you start making that turn, okay?
Okay. I don't know how much is too much, so I don't want to yank on it.
Well, don't worry about it. If you yank on it, nothing's going to happen, all right? Nothing's going to happen. All you're going to do is you're going to start to feel some G's, and you're going to go, oh, okay, that's a little too much. Let me release it a little bit. Just release it a little bit, all right? Give me one to the right.
Okay, so right turn, right rudder.
Yep. Add a little bit of back pressure. Nose has got to be just all right above or right on the horizon, okay? There you go, perfect. Just like that, okay? That's what it needs to look like every time. All right, add a little bit of back pressure. Nose is starting to go below the horizon. Right. There we go. See? Perfect. You don't feel any G's. It's kind of nice. If you pull too hard, you're going to feel the G's. It's going to feel like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
And that's what you're going to feel. And you're going, oh, I'm giving myself too much, all right? And there's your north.
Discretion to 4,000.
All right. Where's 3? There he is. All right. So what I want you to do is start a descent.
Okay.
The bottom of the green arc. We're going to go over S-turns. Today it's kind of screwy because normally I use this road on a north and south heading. We want to start it in the downwind. Well, the wind's coming out of the west. Okay, I don't have any real good highways that run east and west. I mean, that run north and south that are out here, okay, that are straight lines. And what we're going to do is what we call S-turns.
Okay.
And S-turns are across the road. You see this highway that's right down here on across this road?
Yes, sir.
We're going to get down to about 2,000 feet.
Okay.
What we're going to do is try and just make the best we can today of S-turns. It's not going to come out real well because the winds are blowing us. It's just not going to work. If I had a good north and south road that's out here, I would try it, but we don't really have a good one out here to use. Most of the roads go east and west. In the city, I got north and south roads, but out here, not so much. Now you notice, if I pull all the power out, we don't just go diving down, right? We're not just going to fall out of the sky. We become a glider, okay? We have a distance. So, what we're going to do is some things too. It's called a simulated engine outs, okay? Okay. I'm going to always pull the power back. I'm never going to touch this part, okay? I'm always going to pull the power out. If I pull the power out, it's going to sit like this. What you're going to do is I'm going to say, oh, you lost your engine, okay? You're going to simulate an engine out. When we're doing that, what we're going to do is we're going to trim from 65, or best speed of 65. So we're going to raise the nose up, actually, okay? Because we want to stay in the air as long as we can. 65 is the best glide, okay? It gives us a glide path. And we're going to hold that 65, and we're going to trim to relieve back pressure, okay? So it's going to be nose up, and it's going to be quite a bit, okay? It's actually going to be a little surprising, a lot of bit, all right? So what we're going to do to hold that is now what we're going to do. So now we're just gliding along, okay? We're not just going to fall out of the sky, so don't be afraid, okay? Next thing that you're going to do is, if there's time, is you're going to look for a field, okay? You're going to look for a nice field or a suitable landing position, okay? A suitable landing position is something that is, obviously that doesn't have power lines, buildings, animals, or big potholes that you can see, okay? we got plenty of fields out here. Today the winds are coming from the west, right?
Okay.
So the winds are coming from the west, so let's go ahead and turn to the west. Okay. And we're going to find an airport that we can land, or a field that we can land into that's into the wind, right? Because we want to land into the wind is our best option. Right now, today, that field that's right in front of us, that's kind of green right there, that's that nice perfect square, is looking pretty nice, all right? Or if that one doesn't work out, I got that other one that's off to the left that's in the nice green that's pointed at is just past that pond, that little pond that's in the green field, right? So those are going to be some nice little places that we're going to do. All right, so now we've done the ABC. All right, so we've got an airspeed, 65, check. We've got our field. All right, we've got 2 just in case we can't make them. Winds are good. All right. And C, checklist if there's time, okay? If there's time, we're going to pull out and see what we're going to do. If there's not time, you're going to go by a flow. The flow is, did I screw something up? Did I hit this? Did I hit this? No, that's mixture's great. Throttle's where it should be. All right, fuel pump's on. Master's on, keys working. I've got power. All right, and if you turn the fuel pump on and the engine comes back alive, oh, okay, I got an engine-driven fuel pump that went bad, okay? And I'm using my auxiliary. All right, cool, we'll get that back. If nothing comes on and nothing happens, all right, fine. I'm going to turn the master off. I'm going to turn the key, light this off, turn the avionics master off, and I'm going to pull the mixture out. And I'm going to pull this, and I'm going to go back here. So you see it's a reverse flow. And as we can do that reverse flow, we're then going to then pop the door handles loose so that we make sure that, you know, if we do, it doesn't jam the doors and we don't get stuck in here. All right, so that field's looking pretty good, right? It looks like we could probably make it. So what we're going to do is we're going to line up for it like it's a runway. I'm going to turn just right over.
Which field?
This one right here to the right.
Oh.
Okay, so the winds are coming into the west. We would put in 10 degrees of flaps. Don't let it balloon. Okay. Below, we'll put in the next flaps because we need that drag to get us nice and slow right before we crash land kind of type deal.
Yeah.
And we're going to land in, and we're going to have to land into that field, right?
Right.
Okay. So today it looks like we'll probably just barely make it. All right. I might actually have to pull 10 degrees of flaps out. All right. And we're going to go full power, and we're going to go around. Come on, Bessie. Thank you. There you go. All right, so now we're going to get that nose down. We'll go about our day, okay? So that's the ABCs of if you lose your engine, okay? Now we'll take a little bit of a left turn so that we can not hit that tower. So, remember, ABCs. Airspeed, 65, all right?
Okay.
Best field, okay? Suitable location to land, all right? And if there's a runway that's close by that you know of, hey, land at the runway, okay? And C, checklist if there's time. If there's not time, we need to run through our flow, okay? So it's going to be here, 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 here. Okay, all that didn't work, nothing's working. Here, 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 reverse, okay?
Okay.
And then door, okay, for the bulk landing, okay? And those are going to be what you need. All right, so we're going to go back up to 2,000 feet. Our road is right here still, okay? See it off to your left right there? The road is going to be right there. I'm going to demonstrate the first one, and then I'll let you do from there, okay?
Okay. Want me to line up with the road or just stay above it?
Yep, so what we're going to do is we're going to line up with the road just like this. All right, my controls?
Your controls.
All right. All right, so there's 2,000 feet. All right. So now, like I said, normally we would start this in the downwind of north to south. We just don't have a good road for that today. So what it's going to be is basically we're going to make like look like a dollar sign essentially on it. So we're going to go across the road, start in the downwind, and usually the winds are coming from the south. All right. And we're going to give about a 3-second count depending on the wind strength. All right, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to slowly go, start making an S turn. Add a little bit of right rudder. Hold that 2,000 feet. Now we're gonna wait to get the airplane. We want the wings to go level back over the road, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna hold it right there. We get the wings level as we go back across the road. All right, so go back across the road, wings go level. All right, now I'll give another 3-second count. 1, 2, 3, depending on the wind strength, and I'm gonna start going to the left. Give a little left rudder. And now the wings are level across the road. I'm gonna give it a 3-second count. Your controls.
My controls. You want to go left or right?
Go right this time.
Okay. 2. We'll go right. Okay. So that turn faster was that the standard?
Nope, that's pretty good. Pretty much right there.
Okay, and left turn?
Yep.
Alright.
What time were we going to? Till 1, right? Was it noon?
Correct.
Okay. Good,
10 to 1.
Cardinal 459, your left, clear.
Keep doing them?
Yep.
Okay.
Get the practice down. Get the feel. Okay.
Good afternoon, buoy traffic. Cessna 553 Romeo Alpha is on the RNAV 17. We're going to be full stop on 17 buoy traffic.
Cardinal 459, your left, clear.
Cardinal 459, your left, clear.
Bonham Jones, traffic Cessna 1280. We're holding south of the Bonham VOR on the 150 radial at 4,500 Bonham.
Yeah, how far from the VOR though? so now what I'm gonna do, my controls.
Your controls.
All right, this water tower over here to my right, you can see right here.
Okay.
Okay, what we're gonna do is do turns around point, okay? So to do turns around point, we're gonna start it in the upwind, right?
Okay.
So I'm gonna turn this around. So which way is the wind coming from today?
The west.
The west. All right, good. Turn us around and get us started into the upwind. The reason I want to do that is because obviously I want it to be on your side, okay? If it's on my side, it doesn't do you any good. You can't see what's going on. Turns around a point work like this. It's essentially we're going to be looking at something and we want to keep turning around. But what we want to do and what we want to master is trying to stay in a nice clean circle around the air, around the water tower. But like I talked before, we got wind, right?
Right.
So the wind is pushing us. So on the windy side, I'm not going to need much bank, or I'm going to need bank rolling out the opposite of where it is, okay? On this side, I'm going to need more bank to keep me inside, right? I'm going to need a lot more to keep me on the inside of that tower so that I can make looks at it.
Okay.
Otherwise, if I don't, what happens is I'm going to keep going around and I'm going to keep spreading down, okay? And I'm going to keep going out at a weird point. I got that tower off my left side. We want to be about a half mile to a mile away. There's a good starting point. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get us started into the upwind on the left turn.
Buoy traffic, 3 Romeo Alpha, 6 mile final, full stop on 1817 buoy.
So right now we're going into the wind and we're at our slowest ground speed. If anything, we're slowing down, okay? This is where we're going the slowest. This is where everything is being pushed against us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till we get a beam the tower like so. As I get beam the tower, I'm going to wait for about a half mile and I'm going to start to go ahead and make a little bit of a turn. Now you notice I'm not doing a lot because the wind is pushing us towards it and I don't want to get blown towards it. I actually just want to stay right out there, but I still want to make a turn, so I still need to make a little bit of a turn going like so. And of course I'm keeping it there, and I'm keeping it even with my shoulders as best I can.
7 miles southeast of the airport, inbound for an oxygen.
Just giving it a little bit of lead, nothing too crazy. Now, as I start making this turn, I'm starting to get the wind pushing me at the tail. Right now it's still pushing at the side of me, so I got to extend out a little bit. Now I'm going to start making my bank a little bit more, keeping it kind of at the shoulders with me.
Buoy traffic, 3 Romeo Alpha, 5 full stop, buoy 17.
Coming around to the edge. Now I have my fastest ground speed coming along right here. Now I'm going to need the most bank right about it, starting at this point going in. I need a lot more bank to keep that nice clean circle so I don't get pushed too far away.
5 miles up to the southeast. Inbound for left downwind runway 18. We'll be doing auto rotation equipment.
Now I'm slowing up, the wind's pushing me again, and I start to come back around. Pretty much back to my starting point, okay? All right, your controls.
My controls.
Alright, you're going to do basically the same thing, right? Remember out there, you're going to need barely any bank on the windward side. On the other side, you're going to need more bank.
Cook County traffic, helicopter 730 Tango X-ray is entering a left downwind runway 18, auto rotation 18, Cook County. Cook County traffic, helicopter 0 Tango X-ray is entering a left there on the left base for 18, auto rotation, Cook County.
Bottom traffic, Cessna 120.
Alright, very good. Hit me south and climb me up to 3,500.
We're holding south of the bottom VOR on the 150 radial at 4,500 bottom.
Yeah, how far up the bottom VOR though?
Clifton traffic, RV10, 1 Bravo Tango, 11 miles northwest, inbound 32, full stop, Clifton.
All right, go ahead and point me to the west.
Southeast.
All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into what we call power off stall, okay? Power off stall works like this, okay? Essentially it's slow flight, except you pull back too far, okay? That's basically what's gonna happen, all right? So 3,500, lower the nose, let the airspeed build up, and reduce the power back to your cruise. Alright, go ahead and keep reducing that power to the bottom of the green arc. Add 10 degrees of flaps. Don't let it balloon. Yep, go ahead to 10 degrees of flaps. Don't let the aircraft balloon. It's going to balloon because we changed the camber of the wing. Just kind of hold it there, okay? Alright, so now the power comes back to 15. Alright, so now you're inside the wide arc. Go ahead and add the next, all the flaps in. And what we're going to do is we're going to slow down to approach speed, which is 65, okay?
Okay.
At 65, what we're going to do is we're going to lower the nose, and we're going to show a descent, okay?
Okay.
We're going to show that descent. Ah, I see a descent. So now what we're going to do is we're going to raise the nose. And as we raise the nose, we're going to reduce the power, okay? All the way to idle. Now we don't have to go real far, about 12 degrees nose up, just enough to you don't see the horizon, and we're just going to hold it there, okay?
Okay.
Just going to hold it there. And there's the stall. We're going to lower the nose and add power and come back in, okay? And then the next 10 flaps is going to come out, okay?
Okay.
And then we're going to keep that nose a high attitude, but not too much, just a little bit that we can see the horizon. We're going to keep that to keep climbing up, okay? Make sense?
Okay.
All right. It's nothing.
Interesting.
Yep, it's nothing serious, nothing crazy, nothing.
I thought it was going to be like where you...
Oh. Yeah, you think it's more than that. Now, I can make it that way, but there's no reason to, okay? You're just going to hold, all we're doing is we're exceeding the angle of attack, and we're causing the airplane to not have nice, good laminate air, okay? Go 65, power comes back all the way to idle. We're going to lower the nose, all right? Show a descent. We're going to slowly raise the nose up, okay? And we're going to hold it just above the horizon, okay? We're going to hold it right there. Just hold it, just hold it, just hold it, just hold it. Oh, there it goes, okay? We lower the nose. That's pretty much all it is, okay? It's not some aggressive, crazy thing. You brought it up, you stalled the airplane. There it is. You lower the nose, you got the wind going right back over it.
Okay.
And then we bring the nose back up. See, I don't even have to add power. In these aircraft, you don't even have to add power. Everybody thinks it's some crazy stunt of like this, and then it, whoa, it's not, okay? It's just going up, coming up to the little bit above the horizon, holding the nose just right there above the horizon, letting the airspeed bleed off, and boom, there's the stall, lower the nose, get the airplane going over, and then add power back in. Pretty simple, right? All right, first 10 flaps comes out. So first 10 flaps.
Okay.
Raise that first 10. Keep the nose up the horizon because we're simulating that we're 50 feet off the ground.
Oh, okay.
So we're trying to get up a little bit up there. Now you notice, you feel me pushing on that right rudder, right?
I do.
Yep, so we're going to push on that right rudder because otherwise if I don't, that torque is going to take us right over there, okay? We want to maintain directional control with the rudder, right? And now we've got a positive rate of climb. The next 10 flaps can come out, okay? Lower the nose just a little bit. There you go. We want some airspeed, so lower the nose just a little bit. And then we're going to pull up the last 10 flaps as we have a positive rate of climb. Okay? And that's how it's going to work. Alright? You ready to do it on your own?
Sure.
Alright, so lower it.
I don't know if you were not doing any rudder stuff when you were about to stall. Okay.
The only time you need to do rudder stuff is when you want to keep it coordinated, obviously. You want to keep it coordinated, so if the rudder's way over or whatever, you want to keep it coordinated. But where you really want to add where you want to deal with the rudder, oh, pardon me, is when you're adding the power back in, because the left turning tendencies and the torque are all going to take you over there. And we, oh, pardon me again. And we want to maintain directional control, so we're going to need to add that right rudder to keep directional control. Otherwise, the airplane's going to yaw over to the left, okay?
Okay.
All right, so climb back up to 3,500. Go ahead and go east for a little while. Let's go ahead and turn us east for a little while, and then we'll let the wind take us as we climb up. Get us a little bit further around, and then we'll make another turn and come back in. Nice, 3,500, lower the nose. There you go. Let the airspeed build up while you're making your turn to the east. Let it get above 90 to about 95, and then reduce the power back to your cruise. Getting hungry. You guys getting hungry too? Yeah. I feel my stomach rumbling. That's all right. When we get done with this, we'll be on our way back into Addison.
Okay. After doing the steep turns too, my stomach started feeling weird. I grabbed that bag for a minute. I was just holding it just in case.
Yep, that's what's going to happen. The first couple of times it's going to be that way, okay? All right, go ahead and give me a turn back to the west. Go ahead and go right turn.
Okay.
Charlotte traffic, helicopter 993 Bravo.
We're going west, so we're into the wind.
Yep.
What would happen if we were not? If we're going east and this happened?
Nothing. Be the same thing.
Okay.
Be the same thing. The only reason I'm doing this is because it'll help us get slower quicker.
Okay.
All right. So now power comes back to 19. You're inside 110. First 10 of flaps. Don't let the aircraft balloon because you had that 10 degrees flaps. Push the nose down a little bit. All right. Power comes back to 15. All right, so you're inside 85, which is acceptable to put all the flaps in. All right, so now we're gonna pitch the nose up just a little bit, looking for 65. Once 65 comes in, we're gonna slowly lower the nose. All right, 65's there, we're gonna slowly lower the nose, looking for a descent. Okay, we show a descent. So now we're gonna put your hand on the throttle.
Okay.
All right, you're gonna reduce it back to idle. Reduce it back to idle. And you're going to slowly pitch the nose up. It doesn't have to be some crazy number, just barely above the horizon, okay? When the stall happens, I want you to add full power and some right rudder, okay?
Okay.
And now keep holding that nose up above the horizon, just above the horizon. Keep holding it up. Come on, hold it, hold it. You got to hold it. There you go. Add full power. There you go. Full power, full power. First 10 of flaps. Okay? Keep that nose above, just like that, because we want to continue the climb out, right? All right, positive rate of climb, next 10 of flaps come out. Okay, lower nose just a little bit so we can gain some airspeed. Still have a positive rate of climb, but wait for it. Let's get some airspeed first, okay?
Okay.
Because like I said, we're simulating that we're 50 feet above the ground, so we don't want to go back down, and we don't want to jerk on anything because we can get what was called a secondary stall, okay? We got positive crate, and we got airspeed. Go ahead and raise the last 10 flaps. and get what is called a secondary stall. You pulled back too hard when you recovered, and now it went back into a stall again, okay, because you exceeded the angle of attack. So there we go, okay? All right, so now lower the nose. All right, let's do it one more time, and then we'll head back to Addison. So we're 3,500, power comes back to 19.
We're below 110, so first 10 flaps.
Yep, don't let the aircraft balloon. You can feel how it wants to, boom, all of a sudden. Keep that nose right there. Okay. All right, so we're inside the, now power comes back to 15. All right. Tank put in all the flaps, we're below 85.
Okay.
Okay, at 65. We're gonna bring the power all the way to idle. Power all the way to idle. And we're gonna gently lower the nose to show a descent.
Okay.
Okay. We got a descent, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna slowly pull the nose gently up. Okay. And we're gonna hold that nose just above the horizon, okay?
Okay.
Just above the horizon, just like so. Keep holding it. Keep holding it just above the horizon. Come on, hold it, hold it, hold it, pull it back, come on, pull it. There you go. I'm gonna add power back in. And then you're gonna raise the nose, press 10 flaps, come out.
Okay. Now, why do we look for descent? Just to make sure it's working?
Well, no. The descent. This is us showing you what happens in landing. Okay.
Okay.
In landing, we're going to have a little bit of descent. This is a power off stall. You're going to have the power out when you're coming in to land, right? 65 is going to be our approach speed. All right, positive rate of climb. We got airspeed. We're next 10 flaps. And so what we want to do is we want to lower the nose just a little bit. Let's get some airspeed going. All right, there you go. All right, last 10 flaps can come out. All right. Now what I want you to do is I want you to make a left-hand turn, and I want you to descend down to 2,500. What we're doing is we're showing that you're in a descent like that, and you're coming into approach to a land, and you pull back too far, and now all of a sudden, whoa, you can accidentally hit the runway. And then you're like, whoa, okay, gotta go around, okay, kind of type of situation. But we're also teaching you to feel what the airplane is doing, okay, what it feels like, and to show you that it's not some crazy angle that you need. And look at that, we were just barely holding it up there, but we didn't have any power to keep us going, so we lost airspeed. Now, later on, down the road in your training, continue your descent down to 2,500, power comes back to 19. Later on in your descent, we'll call what is a power on stall. Okay, now power on stall is a little bit more violent and a little bit more of a nose up attitude because it's us simulating that we took off and we pulled off too much. And now all of a sudden we stalled the airplane and now we have to really recover, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. All right, let me get the weather.
13, gust 23, visibility 13, sky clear. Temperature 22, dew point 04, altimeter 2950. Visual approach in use, runway 33. All VFR arrivals to Addison, contact regional departure control on 124.3 for sequencing. For IFR clearances or VFR flight following, contact Addison ground control on 121.6. All IFR, prompt departures, advise tower that your IFR when you call ready for departure. Notice to airman, crane miles south of the field at 195 feet, AGL. Advise you have ATIS information, X-ray. Addison Tower, ATIS information, X-ray. Time 1747 Zulu. Wind 270 at 13, gust 23. Visibility 13, sky clear.
All right, so here in a minute I'm going to talk with regional approach, and our conversations are going to have to be short, okay? Now, what I wanted to talk to you about, remember the gap right here, okay?
Okay.
The gap is what you're going to need to know to get back to Addison. As long as you know where this gap is, you can pretty much get back in. Now, you're going to see a highway that's going to kind of line up with the gap. It's a little off to your left today. And it'll line up with you on the gap. Okay.
Approach
Now
Southwest
how is
27
there's the
6.4
George Bush?
5,000.
Follow the George Bush till it makes all of a sudden makes this little half circle. Once it makes that half circle, if you look off to your left, there's going to be acid. Obviously, I'm going to show you all that as we're going. All right, so there's 2,500. We're going to have a little bit more power in today because we've got such a strong headwind. We're only doing 80 knots across the ground. Okay, so I'm going to give us a little bit more power and trim us down.
Regional approach, Skyhawk 184 Alpha Foxtrot 2,500, 7 miles north of Rockwall, inbound to Aswan X-ray.
Skyhawk 184 Alpha Foxtrot, regional approach, squawk 4670.
Alright, 4670 on the box, 184 Alpha Foxtrot.
Plans 16 Whiskey, descend to maintain 2,500, enter right downwind, runway 33.
Okay, down to 2,500, right downwind 33, West Pacific.
That's 184 Alpha Foxtrot, radar contact, code into Bravo airspace, center right base runway 33. X-rays current, winds at 27013, gusts to 23, altimeter 2950.
Alright, right base into 33, 4 Alpha Foxtrot.
Cessna 1369 Quebec is leaving Bravo airspace. Proceed on course and contact Fort Worth Center 132.02.
132.02, 369 Quebec.
Alright, so today I'm going to need you to take, yep, stop that heading. Okay.
Plans 4416 Whiskey, contact Addison Tower 126.0.
126.0, West Pacific, good day.
Okay.
Approach Southwest 998, 745 on the Nander 2, we got Mike.
Southwest 998 original approach, descend to maintain 4,000.
4,998.
Southwest 998, turn right heading 130.
130 on the heading Southwest 998.
Alright, so off in the distance, you can see those buildings and those two, that road that goes right down the middle of it. That's the George Bush, okay? So if you follow that, it'll take you in for a landing on 15, okay? We are landing on 33. 33 faces that way, so we got to go kind of a little bit south. But you can see off in the distance that point right there. You go through the gap, you find that, and bam, you're on your way to Addison, okay?
184 Alpha Foxtrot, contact Addison Tower 126.0.
Alright, go to tower, 184 Alpha Foxtrot.
We're a long ways from being able to get to tower, but okay. Guess he just doesn't want to deal with me anymore.
Addison Tower, Skyhawk 184 Alpha Foxtrot with you, 2,500.
So 184 Alpha Foxtrot, Addison Tower, continue right base runway 33.
Alright, right base 33, 4 Alpha Foxtrot.
And I gotta pee. Wish we could go faster. Guess he thought we were some kind of supersonic jet that we were gonna get there real fast.
Nah. It is bumpy today though.
Actually, this is mild. This is like easy bumped. During the summer, that's rough. Those are days where you feel like you shrank a little bit. And usually on the summer, I have my seat as low as I can possibly get it to make sure that I have enough room between me and the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a jet up there.
Yeah, it's Southwest. He's probably at 5,000.
Yeah.
He's up there. And we haven't even hit Highway 75 yet. Go. Come on.
Wind 26013, gust 20.
20, jeez. Gonna be a fun landing.
Really? Hard?
Nah, it won't be hard, it's just gonna be fun.
How so?
Now, maybe for you it'd be hard, yeah, but it'd be fun for me because it's not a normal, everyday occurrence kind of type thing. You would be like, whoa, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell's it doing? I'll be like, yeah. It's getting a little fun there.
We're headed straight into the airport and we're gonna turn right onto final. Or
Yep.
are we gonna have to go in the downwind?
Nope, you're absolutely right. We're turning into base, so we're just gonna hit in and then make a right turn. So pretty much on this heading is pretty much gonna get us right about there. Maybe about like that. Would be a little bit better.
I'll just think a little bit more.
Yep. Want to maintain that 2,500 because everybody that's coming out from Madison is at 2,000. So we want to be 500 feet above them. And Bravo starts at 3,000 right above us.
218 X-rays with you for right
So
now.
anybody that's talking with regional approach or is in Bravo is at 3,000 feet, going to wherever they are. So we want to make sure that we're in between everybody's traffic.
Tower number 3, following the Cessna 172, 8 miles east of the airport.
Yeah.
On the right downwind.
818 X-ray.
Miles.
That wind is blowing us around.
Oh yeah, don't you know? And it's worse because we're in the city. In the city, as you noticed when we were out there, it wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
In the city here, there's a lot more heat rising. That's what's causing these thermals. Causing these thermals. Okay? They're causing those thermals of what's going on.
I'm gonna start descending back to 25.
So we get a little bit more bumps in the road. It's like going down a really bad dirt road.
Yeah.
Or a really bad Dallas road.
From 184 Alpha Foxtrot, descend at Fox discretion, runway 33, clear to land, wind 28011, gust 24.
Alright, clear to land, 184 Alpha Foxtrot.
So we're next.
We're first.
Wow.
Air 6218 X-ray, grid number 2, following the Cessna, 4 mile right base, runway 33, clear to land.
Okay, we're looking for him and clear land on 33 following him for 188.
Are we gonna get
So
caught?
this will be a right turn on Alpha 2 Sierra, remaining frequency.
There's a Sierra, stay with you. Where is this airport?
Like I told you, Addison's hard to find. Now there's 75 right there. There's the George Bush right up there where the Crossway is. And right down there is the high five of 635, 75, okay? So Addison's kind of like right past those things. Well, you can barely see Addison right now. It's these long strip of all these buildings right here. It blocks Addison. That's what makes it so hard to find. If they didn't have all those buildings around it, you can find it real easily. At nighttime, it's nearly impossible to find unless you really know where you are. So that's why what we call situational awareness is an imperative, okay? You've got to know where you are and where you're going. Otherwise, especially here in Addison, because Bravo starts at surface right over here, okay? Where 635 is, all right? We got about a mile on the other side of that. Once we're past that mile, past 635, we're in Bravo's surface area. If we don't have a clearance in there, we're going to get in trouble, okay? So, and the reason that is because you got DFW, which is, you can see out there, which looks like all that, just like a yellow out there. And you got Love Field, which is right over here to your left. Well, actually, pardon me, right over there to your left. You got the two of those airports, that's why Bravo comes down the surface right there. All right, so pull out your checklist.
Okay.
And there's going to be a before landing checklist, okay? Before landing. And then we're going to check and make sure all that stuff's taken care of.
118 X-ray, touch of descent.
Feedback, right position, seatbelt secured and locked. Fuel selector valve is set to both. We have mixture. You want forward?
Yep.
Landing and taxi lights are on.
18
They are both on.
approach.
Autopilot off.
18 X-ray, now number 1, make sure to approach runway 33, clear land.
Flying normal landing.
Okay, number 1 from 33, clear to land.
Wind 75 knots, airspeed flaps up.
At 15.
We'll set the wing flaps as desired.
So waiting for our flight,
degrees below 110,
following
so
up, and
slow
now
down.
to approach at midfield right downwind. Proceed south and keep the base over 635. Number 2, runway 33, clear land.
All right, we'll go on to number 2 and we'll keep it south and look for the traffic. 184 at Foxtrot.
Depends, someone else in front that's faster probably.
Yeah, Bonanza. He's going to do short approach, so they want us to come down here to 635 and then go, which sucks because I am about ready to pop. I got 2P. I still don't see him. There's 635, downtown Dallas. Everybody. No Joy, where are you, buddy?
Will they let us know if we're good to turn on?
Yeah, he'll let us.
For our Foxtrot check, be following just off your right.
Roger that, no Joy, 4 Alpha Foxtrot. Up, got traffic inside, 4 Alpha Foxtrot.
4 Alpha Foxtrot, roger, following traffic.
Alright, follow him, 4 Alpha Foxtrot.
Wind 280 at 13, gust 24.
Alright.
See him now, he's gonna hit the water tower. Oh, there he crosses into the water tower.
Okay, cool. That's a short field or a short?
That's a short field landing. Or short
Wind
approach.
28015, gust 24.
And I just went into slow flight to give him enough time to go through.
Okay.
That way we can stay on final. Now I'm weather vaning in.
Wow, that's gonna be an interesting landing.
Yep, especially when we're only about 200 feet above those buildings.
Addison Tower, Twin Cessna 3410, Charlie's ready to roll 33. Alpha anytime. And more IFR.
November 341 Sierra Charlie, Addison Tower. Hold short, runway 33, landing traffic. I'm working on your I-4 release.
Hold short, I'm on Sierra Charlie.
Number 18 X-ray, stay parking.
Going to Romeo.
18 X-ray, right turn on Alpha to Romeo, remain as frequency.
Thanks, will do.
Addison Tower, Diamond Star 446 Delta Sierra with you at 2,300.
Diamond 446 Delta Sierra, Addison Tower, descend approach discretion runway 33, clear to land, 1270 at 16, gust 24.
Clear to land, runway 33, 6 Delta Sierra.
184 Alpha Foxtrot, turn right at Foxtrot, taxi on Alpha, stay parking.
All right, Foxtrot and going to Tango for 184 Alpha Foxtrot.
For Alpha Tango, taxi to Tango via Alpha, remain as frequency.
All right, Tango via Alpha and remain with you for Alpha Foxtrot.
341 Sierra Charlie, fly runway heading, runway 33, clear for takeoff, wind 2809, gust 24.
Clear for takeoff on Sierra Charlie. Fly runway heading.
That was fun.
Oh yeah. A little scary.
Yeah, it was a little bit, but I had it. We're good. That's what makes flying fun. A little bit of inherent danger with the flying.
That the Learjet of the Gulfstream from the other day? No.
That is a Challenger right there. Alright, avion.